what is up, everybody? And before I get started, I just gotta say,
Morning, Your Majesty. It is another beautiful day in Zamunda.
you're fucking right, it is. Hey, we're about to preview Denver Broncos versus the Miami Dolphins, and as always, every Thursday, my co-host Anthony Pielliucci. What's going on, brother?
How you doing, Shakes? How was your day?
You know, living the dream, baby. Living the dream with elevators in it.
Living the dream, one nightmare at a time.
Hell yeah. But man, I'm looking forward to this game. Has storylines up the wazoo. Even though you know what I'm saying? I remember this time last year. Remember, Sean Payton was saying, "Hey, Joseph, what's going on? Joseph Fontana, what's going on, brother?" So this time last year, Sean Payton was saying how Tua was going to get benched for Teddy Bridgewater. Yeah, that's going to be a storyline. Bradley Chubb and McDaniel's playing their old team. We already know McDaniel used to be the ball boy for Denver once upon a time. You know what I mean? As funny as they may sound.
Discussion.
Yeah. So and Patrick Surtain Jr. His dad used to coach for us last year. So and he picked his brain. He said he picked his dad's brain. Nothing too serious in a press conference because his dad is coaching for Florida State right now, so he's busy. He's got his hands full. But he says when he did speak to his dad, he picked his brain a little bit on Tyreek Hill. So, and the offense, if you look at Russell Wilson, man, Russell Wilson right now is thrown for 485 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 1 interception. So, I mean, you got Mims, you got Sutton, and they're hoping that Jerry Jeudy this is the year Jerry Jeudy finally turns the corner, but we'll see how that pans out.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know what he hasn't shown much yet. One of the Alabama receivers that came out with high praise that normally they live up to it. He hasn't really had a fair shake though to give him some kind of a break.
Yeah, I mean, look at the quarterbacks he's had. If you think about it. Yeah, man. And then of course we have the defense that we're going to go against. We have Vance Joseph. I understand he's not Vic Fangio by any stretch of the imaginations, but he was part of the defense that helped. He took us. He was the defensive coordinator when we made on a playoffs appearance in 2016. I think that was the last time we made the playoffs besides last year. So I don't know. I think the biggest chess match is Vic Fangio's defense versus Sean Payton's offense. That's going to be the matchup I like to see. What do you say?
I can agree with that. I was looking to see because I haven't kept up with Denver, so I took the liberty of looking at how they fared against Las Vegas and Washington.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, the Raiders didn't exactly shred their defense. Jimmy G had 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. And but Washington, on the other hand, they had 7 sacks and 14 quarterback hits, 1 interception, 3 touchdowns. So Washington did a number on them.
No, you got Riverboat Ron pulling the strings there too. So
yeah.
And not to mention one thing about Washington is they have I could tell you the enemy is trying to make a name for himself. He wants to let people know that that he helped New England the Chiefs with their. It wasn't just Andy Reid. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah, and he did have a lot to do with it. I mean, everybody likes to say that it was Andy Reid calling the plays. And we're not there, so we don't know.
Yeah,
when Flores was our head coach and we had that 1 year, half the season, our defense was atrocious. And then all of a sudden, we're shutting things down, turnovers galore. I was one of the people saying, man, Flores said, you know what, watch out. And he was making the calls. And then maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, who knows. But So I can understand where some people might feel like maybe Andy Reid had something to do with Bieniemy, his success, and he might have helped him out a little bit. Could be. Who knows? And he's doing a good job over there. I mean, they got Howell. What's their guy's name? Can you?
Sam Howell.
Howell. Who the hell is he? I never heard of him.
Yeah, I think he's the quarterback for he was the quarterback for in North Carolina, I believe. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But all I know is if you look up, I looked at because when I was doing the pick'em video with crypto, he's 46 of 70, 501 yard, 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. So that's not chicken feed right there.
Huh. And Robinson's a good running back. I followed him last year a little bit, and he was splitting carries. I can't remember the other guy's name. He was splitting carries with. But
Robinson right now has a 446 yards, 37 carries, 146 yards with 2 touchdowns. So here's the impressive part though. McLaurin their leading receiver, Washington's leading receiver, has 7 receptions for 85 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
So he's spreading the ball.
He's spreading the ball good. Russ Wilson, though, he's the game they had against the Ravens, he hit 9 different receivers, but none of them, the highest one had 37 yards receiving. So he's just throwing it to anybody, getting a couple of
We should win by at least 14. No excuses. Team is flying west to east, making the difference, plus home opener. Hopefully it's hot. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Look, the one thing I said, and if we were playing in Denver in December, we'd have that going against us. You know what I'm saying? It's December and Broncos is a hard place to win if you're not from there, But we have the elements. We have I said the only one good coaching aspect is I think McDaniels should outcoach Fangio's defense. Vic Fangio. Not Vic Fangio, Vic Vance.
Yeah, Vance Joseph.
Vance Joseph.
I agree with Joe. It shouldn't even be close, man. I think if anything, out of the last 3 games we played, this will be like where it's it shouldn't be a nail biter at all. I mean, maybe if Waddle isn't playing, we might not do as much damage as I think we should. Even with Waddle not in the fold, I feel like it shouldn't be close. Come on, man. And Washington just had. Is Jalen Phillips? Do you know is Jalen Phillips going to be back this week?
I'm not sure, but I'll tell you the 4 questionable play right now on Denver. Let's go Denver. Defensive tackle Mike Purell is questionable. Linebacker Frank Clark is questionable, and Justin Simmons is questionable. Now on our side, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players that are questionable. Raekwon Davis, Tyler Kroft, Jalen Phillips, Teron Armstead, and Jalen Waddle. Which Jalen Waddle and Teron Armstead, take a break, sit down. You know what I mean? We need you for Buffalo the following. We got to go to Buffalo. We got to go to Buffalo the following week. So we're gonna need you. I think we're gonna need them a lot more in Buffalo to be fresh. And by the way, I just heard that Jim Nantz and Tony Romo will be calling that game.
Nice. So all those guys you named are listed as questionable, or is any of them listed as out?
For me?
Yeah, the guys that you just named, are they all listed?
Yeah, no, they're just questionable. I'm just everywhere these days. Yeah, I'm like Steve Harvey.
Got the edge up like Steve Harvey over there.
Yeah. But no, man, I might go bald just like him. No, but
bald head beard gang.
Yeah. But no, I what was I saying? Yeah, I know.
Armstead should sit out until
yeah, stay out him and because we need him for Buffalo. We need him for Buffalo. We definitely need him for Buffalo. There's no need for you know, there's no need for them to do that. You know, I think.
Shoot, only Denver's had 4 sacks all season. They had 4 against Washington, and that I mean, obviously was just a sloppy game for both lines. They allowed 4 sacks. Denver allowed 7, but they didn't have any against Las Vegas. And our line's been acting okay without Armstead being there. I mean, they've played up the par, be it that Tua's getting rid of the ball sooner, or be it that they're giving him more time. I mean, I haven't seen much pressure. When you're watching the game, it doesn't look like it's just a boom bang and he's getting rid of the ball. Even though they say that it's 2 seconds, but it doesn't look like he's, I feel like our line is, not to diminish anything Tua's doing, but I feel like our line is playing pretty formidable.
Yeah, I understand, but at the same time, I think it's Tua's I give Tua 50% of the credit for the line being, because at the end of the day,
I'll go with that.
He's I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna give him all the credit, but at the same time, he's doing the pre-snap reads. He's throwing. Look, he's I think now on they said they averaged Tua under 2 seconds in the last game.
Right.
So I mean, when you're throwing the ball away that fast, I mean, at the end of the day, I think. But no, I think the offense. Look, at the end of the day, you know what's funny is I was having this discussion. Everybody was saying, "Well, our biggest line." If you go, I'm sorry, let me start over here. If we go to week 1, I asked 10 Dolphin fans. This was on Twitter. This is on any social media, because I'm like the man says, I'm everywhere now. I asked 10 Dolphin fans, just like the survey says. I surveyed 10 Dolphin fans. No, I asked 10 Dolphin fans. 9 out of 10 Dolphin fans said, I said, what's your biggest concern? 9 out of 10 Dolphin fans said the offensive line was their biggest concern.
Prior to the season?
Yeah, prior to the season. And look, of course, and tight end was followed by tight end, but tight end room, because I mean, we're one guess after Durham Smythe. Who do we have?
Yeah.
So
it's trouble. I don't know. I mean, I felt like our offensive line obviously was shaky the past couple of seasons, and then we signed Armstead, and he's an injury-prone guy. So I was like, damn, we get a guy, he's a stud, but at the same time, he's known to miss games. So it's like, but I'm one of the few. I like Chris Greer, and I like what he's done, man. So now we're looking at how the line's playing, and everybody was saying, "Oh, well, Greer, they didn't do nothing for the line. Oh, big deal, they didn't do nothing for the line." But the line's playing pretty okay, And against the 2 teams that we played so far, these aren't terrible defensive lines we're playing.
No,
these are guys that and one is a really well coached defensive team, and you would think that he'd come up with something. He had a plan to stop Tyreek, but he didn't have a plan to really get it to it like that. And got Bosa and what's his name in San Diego. They didn't get their hands on Tua.
Nope.
So,
Khalil Mack,
exactly. I mean, it's like, come on, man. So the line has to have some credit.
You know what's funny is when we played Chicago, it was Brock Osweiler was the quarterback. It was against Chicago. He didn't get no sack against us either. I think that's funny.
Yeah.
But Brock, I remember everybody, Brocktober.
Yeah, October. Jeez, what a mess that was.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And then it was like, now it's Brock over. Please come, Tannehill, bring your ass back here.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that I think we're gonna have a pretty well put together game. I think this will be the first game where offense and defense both shows up, and we should be pretty dominant on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, and Newfoundland is correct. The only one that wasn't concerned was Chris Greer. I mean, he saw something that we didn't. At the end of the day, they were there. So, but like I said, it's only a two game sample size. So
this is true. But I didn't put all of the blame last year. It's no military secret. I put a lot of the blame with the stuff that happened with Tua on Mike McDaniel and his game plan. And I just felt like he put the ball into his hands incredibly too much, knowing that the offensive line might not have been where it needed to be. And he could have alleviated a lot of that, implementing more run plays or,
yeah.
I mean, it's just screwing whatever. I feel like that had a lot to do with it. But it was his rookie year. What are you going to do? So hopefully now it seems to be. We played New England. They took away the pass, our greatest weapon with Tyreek, and we ran the ball down the throat. And Sanders, Joe, Maron, this guy laces out with this guy. Sanders, forget about it. That's one of the main things that I haven't said, that in the offseason, everybody's talking offensive line. This, I'm like, yo, are they going to bring in a kicker for some type of a competition here? Because, man, this guy, I feel like after he made that kick that sent us to the playoffs, they said, okay, he's good. We'll just move forward with him. But, Joe, you can't just erase everything. And now, look, man, that could end up,
biting us in the ass. Oh, for sure. Definitely bite us in the ass.
Absolutely.
I could see it. But at the end of the day, man, look, one thing about the NFL, I was on Dolphins Thirsty's channel. Shout out to Dolphins Thirsty, and they were talking about, it's only it's a minor issue, but at the end of the day, in big games, minor things is what loses the game. It's the minute things that wins or lose games. You know what I mean? Like the year Flores' last year, he probably would have still been head coach, because there was two games, the Jacksonville game and the Raiders game, we would have won. So we were 9-8 at that, 9-8, I think 9-7.
Yeah,
we would have been easily. We would have been. That would have been 2 more wins. So we would have had at least 11 wins. 11-win season that year. And we were 1 game out of the playoffs. So you know what I'm saying. I think that game right there is what kind of Sanders. And same thing last year. I think last year we would have clinched the playoffs, and we didn't have to wait for Buffalo to because Sanders missed 2 kicks.
I'll agree with that halfway, because there was a lot of times last season where McDaniels, and whether it be you want to say, oh, well, he didn't want to let Sanders kick the ball or whatever, and I feel like that kind of attributed to the disbelief in himself, like the loss of confidence. There was a lot of times, and I said this the last time I was on the show, we were up in games and we were in field goal range, and I'm not talking 50, 60 yard. I'm talking light 40s or mid 30s field goal range, and McDaniels would go for it. He did that a lot last season, and he left points on the board a lot of times. So I'm not going to put that all on Sanders with the couple he missed. A lot of that had to do with McDaniels' coaching, in my opinion. It wasn't just Sanders. I mean, we're going to call a spade a spade. He went for it a lot. I wish I could pull up the stat to see how many times he went for it when we were in field goal range and the amount of times we missed it. Because I had a stroke every time he did it.
Yeah.
The first couple of times it was cool. And my guy Streets said this when I spoke with him last week. He said, man, initially when he was doing it, I was excited, man. I was stoked because I was like, finally, we got somebody that, is going for it and not just playing safe and, a Tony Sperano clapping up a field goal. We got a guy that's really going for it. Initially, that's how he felt. He said, but then I was like, geez, Maron, the guy's got to stop with the every time. He's playing in desperation mode when we're not in desperation.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to play chess. And last year, he played checkers a lot, man. He played checkers a lot. He just wanted to go for it. Like he's running and gunning. And, hopefully this year he tones it down a little. He showed me something against San Diego that kind of had me worried when he went for it but whatever, it worked out. And that time worked out. And everybody says, in these instances, either you're going to be a zero or a hero.
Yeah.
We don't have to do that every time, though. We got a pretty good defense and we got a really good offense. So it's we're not desperate for anything. It's okay sometimes to, play traditional ball. Everything doesn't have to be like you're some type of Jimmy Neutron.
Hold on, real quick. Remember that song that Usher and Ludacris did with Little John?
Yeah.
What was the name of the song?
I think, yeah.
Well, here we go.
Oh, there he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody?
Where you at? You in the break room, bud?
No,
I'm out
what's
at the
going
gas
on?
station, covering the guy's break.
Nice.
So yeah, break room.
Good boy. How was your day? Good.
All right.
Right. Well, there's still some time left. Maybe it'll be great by the time it's over.
Yeah, once I leave here, I'll be happy.
Don't know what concerns me more, Sanders kicking or Connor Williams exchanges. These are gonna F up at some point.
Connor Williams exchange worries me more than Sanders.
Well,
Sanders is replaceable.
No, I'm with it. I'm with it. Who was our center last year?
Hold on.
Connor
Demon
Williams.
Mayo. Shout out to the boy. Shout out to my boy Anthony.
Dylan, that's my guy. Hold on, I
Dylan,
saved this moment for you, Dylan. Here we go, bud. I know you're at home probably having one, so I'll drink one for you.
Thank you, brother. Hey, man, speaking of which, man, shout out to my brother from another mother, man, Mr. 305, man. Chef Jew in the building. What's going on, Chef Jew?
Chef? Well, congratulations on your wedding. I haven't had a chance to tell you except in the comment section, man. I'm happy for you. And, man, I hope you have a wonderful life together, man. It seems like you guys are really happy. Good for you.
Yeah, man. Chef Jew has a catering company, man. So I don't have the updated version on this one, but hey, man, check out Chef Jew. He has a great company for catering, man. If you're in the tri-state area of Miami, he does desserts, you name it, man. Chef Jew is the man. I love that dude. He is a member. He is a member just like you, man. I appreciate him. So
Dylan, look, Dylan, here's the Ricky Williams jersey right here, my guy. It's coming to a Sunday near you this Sunday. I'm bringing that to your parents' house, and you're gonna have that jersey for the game. You. God bless you.
Hey, by the way, man, I think you guys didn't you have some desserts for the tailgate? And if you're going to the tailgate, man, Chef Jew is. I'll tell you what, man.
I gotta make it down to the game soon. I was just gonna go. I was just gonna go to the Buffalo game, but I'm gonna have to go to a couple this year so I can see everybody. But I think Larry K is going. I think there's a lot of people going.
Here it is. Here's the updated version. Here we go. Chef Jew's Catering Company. 786-804-8096. Hit him up. That's the OG right there.
He said out the trash. Yeah, but that's it. Who was our center last year? Can anybody refresh?
Yeah, it was Connor Williams, same guy.
Good. How many snaps were like that last year? Because I don't remember many.
No.
See, I'm telling you, the bubble wrap preseason, man, it's just this is what happens. You can't have 2 or 3 snaps in a preseason and think that that's good. You're game ready. The whole point of them preseason games is to knock some of the rust off. That's why the first game, you won't see much of the starters. The second game, you'll see a little bit more. And the third game, you'll see normally the first half at least. They gave two, I want to say only 2 series in that last game against Jacksonville. You can't practice game time situations in practice. It doesn't happen like that.
Yeah.
Just like boxers, when you're boxing, you're sparring. If you're out of the ring competing for a year, you're gonna have ring rust.
Mm-hmm.
Think of how much time Tua missed last season at the end of the season,
Yeah.
and then he didn't play none this season. So now what's happening, because they wanted to keep him so protected, rightfully so, what are you going to do?
Yes.
And now you're seeing the results of that. Now you're seeing the results of it. And nobody wants to credit that. Everyone said Connor Williams.
Oh, where do y'all go?
It's not just Connor Williams. Some, yeah, but not all of them. They have to do with Tua too. Sorry. That there's a lot of people that's Tua, nothing he can do is wrong, aren't going to admit that.
Well,
but there wasn't that many missed snaps last season. There wasn't. This is what happened. So what we need is Tua to be healthy all season long, right? So then we could go into next year and he can actually play some preseason time to knock the rust off during the off season. He's over there eating pineapples on his pizza. He's hanging out all off season. You got to have some time to knock the rust off. You can't just expect to jump in the game and everything's going to be a well-oiled machine. It doesn't work like that, man. You got to have real-life situations to prepare. Stay ready so there ain't no getting ready. Marshawn Lynch.
By the way, love the channel, guys. What do you think of the players celebrating? Sometimes I think it's over the top. No, I think. Hey, look, we need to have fun, man. But every to each its own. But I think that one of my favorite celebrations that they banned was when remember J.C. Horn had one of those flip phones underneath the underneath the
for the field goal,
and they fucking fined him for that shit. By the way,
and a beer here.
Who's going to the game Sunday? I hope to see y'all. Try my cupcakes. Yeah, man. He does them from scratch too, bro. So it's not that cheap shit that tastes like a sponge.
Yeah, I'd love to go. Chef Joe, I had a friend that wanted me to go. He practically begged me to go with him. He's a good friend of mine, but he makes me nervous. So I said, well, maybe I'll just watch it at home.
I'm definitely going to the tailgate next the Giants game. I'm not gonna go to the game, but I'm gonna be at the tailgate to hang out.
Which one? The Giants game?
Yeah.
Okay, Dylan, we're going to Miami. Dylan, the Giants game, we're going to see my guy Shakes and Chef Juke. We're gonna go see a few people down there in Miami. Even if we don't go inside, maybe we will, maybe we won't. I don't know.
If you don't, I'll tell you what. If you go to the Giants game, and we'll meet up at it. We'll go to a Hooters or something like that and watch the game there.
But I'll come down to I'll do the whole tailgate. It really doesn't matter. As long as I can watch the game, it doesn't matter. That's my hometown too. So
I
just love being there.
If you want, we could do it like a sports bar or something like that. Go to Hooters or Bowl Campers. We want to go to Bowl Campers and watch it there?
Bowl Campers is good. Twin Peaks is good too. They got the coldest beer on the tap.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll talk more in detail on that. But I love to see that. I love that, man.
Yeah.
But no, but about as far as the center too, you got to remember during training camp, Williams was holding out, so he didn't do any practice, he didn't do anything. So and Eichenberg was getting all the reps with Tua.
Flag.
Yeah, the business aspect gets in the way sometimes. What are you gonna do? But that's here now. I think it'll all be fixed. I think, and as far as my guy Joe, everybody, I agree. Sometimes, it's a little over the top, but everybody can't be like Barry Sanders. I think he's the greatest running back ever. And this guy never celebrated. He'd bring the ball to the ref every time he scored the touchdown. It wasn't nothing fancy, and he was the best to ever do it, and he didn't have the need to. But, it seems to be the thing these days. Chad Johnson, I think we can accredit him to, the over-the-top celebrations.
T.O.
It's a Miami boy. T.O. too. T.O. started that one time putting it in the star at the Dallas game.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a little bit. See, that stuff is excessive, but all the.
What about when he did the popcorn?
Yeah, the popcorn, or the time that he signed the ball and gave it to his agent instead of some kid. Who gives a who cares? It doesn't bother me. Celebrate. Think of how we celebrate when they score, and we ain't doing nothing but watching. How do you think they feel? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They got incentives. They got all kinds of stuff. So they're celebrating, getting their money, and they're doing good for the team. And they can't be no worse than me and my guy Dylan. You should see how we act when we score. We make a mess.
Check out my man, Mr. 305. Miami Dolphins legend killer Herbert Bill Belichick, John Elway, Jim McMahon, Joe Flacco, Jim Kelly, Joe Lamar, Joe Lamar Jackson, Joe Montana, Sean Payton. Welcome to Dolphins Penitentiary Lockdown. That's what's up. Liberty City in the building, baby. Yeah, Carroll City in the building too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Think how many great players in the league came out of Liberty City. We got a lot of people that come from Miami, man, and they do big things when they get in the league, man.
So I guess you're from Kansas City. You're living in Kansas City, Joseph. Russell Wilson is next to the list.
He's next. You're right, bro. They just had. I was saying they had 7 sacks and 14 quarterback hits. Washington did last week, and that was in Denver. Forget about it. That's up there in the thin air. They're going to come down here with this humidity. It's going to be hot. Forget about it.
Another Jersey dude in the building. That's why now I see why you like him, Larry K. That's a Jersey native through and through, bro.
See his name, and you should know. Well, there's some Italians up in Kansas City. Maybe he's not Italian. I don't know. Let me see. I tell you, he looks Italian to me, and he's from Jersey. Mm-hmm. Hey, do you frequent Bada Bing or what?
Oh man.
Yeah, I think it should be an easy week for us, to be honest.
Yeah.
Already looking at Bill's film.
Well, but I'm with you, Greg. I mean, right now that's who that's who we're looking at is the Bills. We can't overlook Denver, but I'm telling you, I feel like this is the first game of the season. We're going to put together a full display of our offense, how potent it could be, and our defense, how potent it could be. Sean Payton, he's a guy that had inherited Drew Brees, and it made it look easy. Same thing I say about Mike Tomlin. Look, Mike Tomlin, I like him. Cool guy, good coach. He inherited Big Ben. Mm-hmm. Okay, now we're going to get to see when he doesn't have anything.
Yeah.
Just like Bill Belichick. People want to say Belichick. Well, he had Brady. He inherited Brady. He pretty much did in New England. I mean, Drew Bledsoe didn't play too much. And, now Brady's gone. He's kind of looks mediocre. I think we're going to see him with Tomlin. And I think, Buddy, is going to look the same in Denver. That's just my opinion. He inherited Breeze, and it made it look easy.
I mean, I think all I know is I hope we don't lose this game.
Nah, we don't talk like that. And what's the deal? You don't pick the Dolphins every time in the football pool?
Well, the reason I do that is if the Dolphins lose, I win my pool. So I'm celebrating that way, and if they win, I could give 2 fucks about the pool.
Yeah, see, forget about it. Me personally, I don't care about the money. Mm-hmm. Never, ever. I don't. Any football pool I've ever played in my life, you'll never hear me say the Dolphins are going to lose. That's why you can't do a before the season, a preseason outlook on the Dolphins. You ask me, we're going undefeated every single game. I can't fix my mouth to say, boy, I think we're going to lose this. I don't care if we're playing an all-Madden team. I don't care. You'll never hear me say, I think that we're going to lose this game. You'll never hear me say it. And in the football pool, I can't pick against them. That $600, pound it up here. You know what? I'm not picking against the Dolphins. And it haunted me a lot. It's cost me a lot of money. But I don't care. I'll take that, It is what it is, man.
So you like Trick Daddy? You got that because you're betting with the Dolphins?
Nah, that's not what he said now. You're misquoting him. He said, you see this new chain that I'm flossing? I got that because I bet it with the Dolphins. Saying he won a lot of money and then went and bought a chain with the money he bet on the Dolphins. Yeah. Nice try, though.
Yeah.
What?
I got that. No.
The Dolphins are 2-0 on the spread.
2-0.
For all your games.
Greg, what are you drinking? Bud Light right there? What are you drinking on? Greg, what's that?
Gotta drink a non-alcoholic beverage. Sounds
Oh, okay,
caffeine.
ice caffeine. Okay, I thought it was Bud Ice. Thought you were slipping one
no.
in the break room. Okay.
Oh, I'll get fired.
We don't want that.
Oh no. Yeah.
Man.
I don't know, man. I think we should win this game, and I think we should win it handsome way. First game at home, fans will be hyped. I hope the players gonna give up that same manager, man. I know we got the most overrated team next week. But we gotta. Man, look, honestly, looking at our schedule, looking at who we gotta play, I think we can win every single game.
I'm with you, Greg.
Maybe go 17-0, but that's not. But to beat Denver, I don't really know because I'm not a expertise. But I think we just gotta keep doing what we do and see what works. If they're gonna give us Hill, I don't know if Waddle's playing, but they're gonna keep letting Hill do his thing. I mean, Hill's played this team his entire career except for last year. But if they're gonna double team Hill, triple team him, we got Mostert. Defense, hoping they improved. They improved last week. I'm hoping they can keep it consistent this week. That's all I got on the game. I'm ready for Buffalo, though.
I wonder if Waddle doesn't play, who's taking his place? Easy E? Who's going to take his place?
Doesn't matter. Next man up. Craycraft, Berrios, Easy E.
We got Berrios.
Charles
I think
and
he'll
Anderson,
stay on
don't care
spot.
who-
I think I'll probably put Easy E out there. He's no slouch. We should be okay no matter what happens.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. The way I saw that Washington's defense, I can't even tell you who their defensive coordinator is, but he ain't no Vic Fangio, and the talent that they got over there, we should have a lot more talent than that. And if they had a field day like that in Denver, and they came all the way from Washington all the way over there to Denver and did that to them in their own house in the thin air, what do you think we're going to do in the humidity and the heat down in Miami? And they're traveling all the way over here. Tennessee, my guys having Boilermakers over there, except with Hennessy.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, how's your I know he had his wisdom teeth pulled out not too long ago, man. How you feeling about that, man? Let me know 305. How you doing?
Well, he's doing the Hennessy and the Budweiser to help deal with the pain, evidently.
Yeah, man. I met him on Mace's channel. He's a Dolphins channel too. He's from New York.
Nice.
He lives in New York. He does a long streams. He's a good dude, man.
Where you from in New York? 305. Where you from?
No. The guy I visit him. The guy that his channel. His name's Mace.
Oh, okay,
Mace Taggart. He I'll send you the link to his channel. He's from New York, but he does everything now. He doesn't. But his favorite team is Miami, and he rocks with the U too. So,
attaboy.
Now all his teams are good. But anyway.
It's the go along, get along game. What are you gonna do? My guy Dylan, he's an FSU fan.
Yeah, I feel you.
I mean, everybody can't be cool, bro. Some people
are
dorks in one facet, and then they're really cool in another, and that's life.
By the way, man, on the Fins tailgate, you see me on that channel before. On the Fins tailgate, I know if Color isn't doing it, I'm gonna be doing it. I will be calling the FSU Florida State game. I mean, Florida State Miami game.
Oh, okay.
And whenever I call, hey, listen, I help Color. I was with Color. It was kind of like a watch party. I was with Color doing the game y'all won against the ranked team. What was it? Texas A&M.
Texas A&M.
Yeah, Texas A&M. When I do my play-by-play, I take my Gators goggles off and I'm fair. You know what I'm saying? I give you all props. But once I put my Gator goggles on, it's over. You know what I mean? So But no, when I call games, I try to be fair and objective. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
But
Miami better be careful
Pardon me
this
1
week.
second, fellas.
that's right.
Temple.
Why's that?
I don't know. Miami should beat Temple, but
Yeah, we should. I mean, they should. I think the only teams that the Canes should be worried about is Clemson and Florida State.
and Clemson.
They'll be fine.
Clemson.
But then again, Clemson ain't the same before as it used to.
Yeah.
So man, I seen, like I said,
Lane Clark's with the Broncos now.
and yeah, you know what's funny is I was saying one of the talking points that Tua might use is, remember Sean Payton said that Tua was gonna get benched. Remember on the Colin Cowherd?
Yeah.
When he was doing.
Yep, I remember that.
So
He wasn't wrong about 8 different quarterbacks playing, I don't think.
yeah, I got you. Give me a second.
No rush.
Yeah.
So I'm looking. I mean, B-Rob, they had 122 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns rushing. Washington did against Denver. A-Chain, maybe this will be his big breakout game. You know,
Hey, see, that should read the super chat for me. That should do.
Oh,
right?
that's my guy. Dolphins 45, Denver 13. Chug that beer, Greg. And this is my guy. Listen, Jakes is gonna put up a picture. This is my brother right here.
Yeah.
And bro, we made a pact last year. This year we're gonna watch every game together, no matter what, and we're gonna go undefeated as long as we watch every game. And so far, we're 2-0.
Yeah.
So moving forward, that's what we're doing. Yeah. Dylan.
Well, I tell you what. You know what's funny is my homeboy who's my best friend, who I consider like a brother. Besides, I had two. Unfortunately, I lost one of them. But the other brother that I still have with me, I call him my twin because we're like a month apart. He's an FSU fan too, so
Damn.
I know how it feels.
Yeah, I don't even know if really my guy Dylan, he's just a diehard. You know, he's around my son's age. He's a couple years older than my son.
Mm-hmm.
He's like 5 years older than my son, but he's still to me, you know, same age. What do you mean? Nowhere near my age. But his father's a Florida State fan. But his father's a diehard Miami. His whole family's diehard Miami fans. So I don't know if Dylan really cares about college too much, or this kid is. Listen, he is the most passionate, and that's saying a lot coming from me because I can be delusional at times. You know, a deranged fan even.
Yeah.
Dylan is a really dedicated fan. You know. So I don't even know if he has the energy to put out towards a college team or not. He probably doesn't even care, to be honest.
My homeboy right here, he's been a
for
Canes
me,
fan
for college,
because his dad does.
For me in college, I don't care. I root for the underdogs, but
you root for who, Greg?
I root
Gators?
for Florida, but I'm not like a diehard Gators fan. I'm kind of more like a college football fan. But like if there's one team I got to pick, Gators. I mainly root for the underdogs. Like last weekend, I was rooting for South Florida to beat Bama. Close, but I always root for the underdog, man. I love the Cinderellas. It's like March Madness. I love the underdog teams. That's just who I am. I like underdog teams. When Cincinnati made the playoff that one year, I was rooting for them. That clearly that didn't happen. I root for the underdogs most of the time. But go Gators.
Fair enough. But let me tell you something, my guy. If you're gonna be a whatever fan in college, you might as well go. Oh, there he is. That's my guy, Dylan, right there. That's in the hot box garage. That's where we watch the games. And see that shirt he's got on? Look at that. That's one of the best shirts. So next. Hold on.
Let me take down the chats here because the comments.
Yeah. Hopefully this doesn't get the channel marked. But you can't.
No.
Yeah. That's my brother right there, man. And we're undefeated watching the games in the garage. So that's what we're doing moving forward, you know. That's why I got my shirt off. It gets a little warm in there. But this kid, he's so dedicated, he has to rock this shirt. He rocks the Bills shirt no matter what is happening. He just hates the Bills. And we got a good friend of ours. She's from upstate New York. Good looking, great looking broad. She's gorgeous. She puts on these Bill stuff and then she just turns into this monster, bro. She looks like an animal. God bless her. I won't put her name out there.
Yeah, remember, just to let people know.
Yeah, 0. I got some shoes being made, as a matter of fact, with that Brian Cox picture on them. They're done. He's going to send them out tomorrow. I'm going to have the best shoes in the whole stadium, Shakes.
That's what's up, man. Yeah.
I'm going to show you. He painted them, man. That they came out so nice. It's got the throwback symbol. It's got Brian Cox giving the bird. The Miami 305. Be nice.
So all right, let's give our score predictions, and we have we'll do 10 more minutes, and then we'll call it a night. But
sounds good.
This will be our tradition. We'll call the game, and then the last 10 minutes, we'll give our best memories of our opponents. We'll do 20 minutes for division rivals.
Like that. Sounds good.
So here we go. My score prediction is going to be, I'm going to say Miami 42, Broncos 28.
I'll go because I'm going back to work.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I hate predicting blowouts because every time I predict a blowout, it never happens. So I'm going to say Miami 35, Denver 31, offensive shootout at home, defense going to make the last stand of the game again.
All right, that's what's up.
I'm going to flip that. But I'm going to have a good night.
Hey,
let's go 49ers tonight because I'm got them in my pick'em pool. So let's go Niners. Bang, bang, Niners.
Hey, by the way, if you ever see, listen, on the Fins tailgate, Greg, if you ever see my logo on the top of the screen and you want to come on early, just message me on IG and I'll send you the link, bro, anytime you want on Fins tailgate. So, all right, brother.
I'm not working.
Greg, good seeing you, bud.
You too.
Good seeing
you. Yeah. I know, that's what I'm saying. Just message me. I know if you're not working, but message me.
Well, who's he kidding, bro? He comes on the show when he's working all the time.
Yeah, but this is something different, man. But anyway, what I was gonna tell you.
My prediction.
Yeah.
I'm going 38. I'm gonna be generous and give them 17. 38-17. Going that. I really think, man, that it's not going to be close. I don't think there'll be any point in this game where, it feels like it's going to be a close game. Besides, like the first half of the first quarter, you know, I think once we get our, you know, that's it. It's over. At 38-17, that's my final prediction.
Which one? 34-17?
38. Yeah, 38-17. Because my guy Jason Sanders ain't going to miss any field goals. That's my other prediction. This is my last time. Sanders is going to show up. He's going to get his mojo back, and he's going to do it because there's not going to be any pressure. We're going to be smoking their game the whole time. So when he comes out, there won't be any pressure besides that little bit of, dang, I've been missing a lot lately. But there won't be like a in-game pressure per se. You know, like I need to make this. I guess the extra points he missed is kind of like that where he doesn't. We'll see. Sanders goes perfect on the day, and we win 38-17.
38-17. I got 45-28. So, no, 42-28. All right. So, there's two games that comes to mind. Unfortunately, we lost the playoffs. That when Jason Taylor was on the team, that field goal, Orlando Mare, Monday night, that was one of them. And then the second time, Adam Gase was coach. Vance Joseph came here and we beat the crap out of him. And the tight end, it was Jay Cutler was the quarterback, and the tight end was Demaryius Thomas, I believe.
Shoot, I want to say they still have Brandon Marshall. One of them times we played him when Jay Cutler was over there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a good one.
For me, I don't remember exactly what game it is, and that might be the first one you mentioned. It was like 02, maybe 03. Broncos by 9. Get this guy out of here. Put him on timeout.
Listen, he's a Bills fan.
Yeah, put him on timeout. What are you doing?
Michael K.
Michael K. That's Larry
K's
cousin.
We got the real K.
See, we got the real K's over here. But I think it was in 02, 03. We won, and then it was a field goal. And then probably a little more. It's probably the first one you were saying. That one stands out in my mind. But the one that stands out more recently is the one we lost to Tim Tebow. Stupid. Like, bro, the last seconds of the game, they came back and beat us. That's what stood out in my mind the most about all the Denver games in recent years. I mean, that isn't too recent, but that's the one that I need this game to erase that out of my mind, because that's the one that stands out to me the more than any of them. Is that, bro, there was like, it was a stupid amount of time left. Like, there's no way we should have lost that game. And we let Tim Tebow, you know, what are you going to do? So I'm hoping that this game erases that out of my mind permanently. But before that, it was the Alinda Murray kicked the extra point, or the field goal rather. And it was a nice field goal. It was kind of far too. We kicked it to win the game. That was a special moment.
Yeah, man. Michael K. Even though he's a Bills fan, he's a funny dude. We go back and forth at each other all the time. So,
yeah, all Bills fans aren't weirdos. I don't really hate any. The Jets is the only team that I hate. And their fans can be a little bit obnoxious and delusional. They're at the stadium burning Dolphins jerseys, but they're way in the back. They're not where we're at. And they're screaming Jets, Jets. And, just some dorks. Jets fans are a bunch of dorks. Yeah. Buffalo don't bother me too much. We battle Buffalo. There's been a lot of good when they had Kelly, we had Marino. We had a lot of good games, man. Trace Armstrong one time hit Doug Flutie late. That got us in the playoffs, caused the fumble. I've watched some great games with us in Buffalo. I don't hate them. I never hated New England. As much success as they had, there's the Cods. We always fought New England. So New England doesn't bother me. Even when we were at our worst and they were at their best, we beat them. So, like, New England, with all their success, they never bothered me. I just can't stand Jets fans, bro. That's more than anything.
As a matter of fact, did you see the pilot episode of In the Blender?
I did. Absolutely. I watched it all. I watched all that. Anything Larry puts up. Larry, let me tell you, and I can't thank you enough for what you do to carry the show while he, has his off time, because he has so much he does. Because, man, his show, and it's such a shame there's not more people subscribe. Larry really has a niche, man. He's great at talking. He's funny. He's charismatic. It's fun to watch him. But I'm Italian. He has some Italian, but he really has the Italian that's in him overbears the rest of that Neanderthal. I almost called you a Neanderthal, Larry. But Scandinavian, maybe. It was something else you said you had in you. But the Italian, you're really good
Polish. Polish, I think Polish, and
Polish is something else besides Polish. He said a Hungarian, maybe.
Hungarian, Hungarian,
The Italian, really, Larry K's got the Italian vibe to him, and then maybe that's why I was drawn to him initially. But man, he's great at talking. He's fun to watch. You're fun.
Well, he's an attorney, so you have to have charisma to be an attorney, bro.
Yeah, he has the charisma, man. He's fun to watch, man. I enjoy you guys, and I'm glad you had me up here, and it's an honor to be up here, man. I really appreciate it.
The one thing I try to do that he does, but I can never do, is I notice when he does a salute, like when he goes on a monologue, every once in a while he'll have a talking point and he does that little gangster pause, and then he goes back in on it. I'm like, damn, he has that masterful.
Well, that's called pause for effect. That's what that is. See, that comes with his, like you just said, being an attorney. When he's making a closing statement, whenever you pause for effect. He's got it down. The guy's good, and the background he has, bro, with the Jersey skyline, the guy's got class, man. Larry's a fun guy to watch, man.
And man,
ultimately, Shakes you really carried everything, man, while he was away, man. And you're fun. I wouldn't have agreed if it was anybody else besides you or him. I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing.
I
really,
appreciate that,
ultimately, it's
I
you guys
appreciate
are
you, man.
the bomb. I love your show, man.
And I tell you what, man, it's kind of like the ultimate compliment that he trusts me with his channel, well, not the channel, but with his StreamYard. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, absolutely, rightfully so. You've done nothing but right by it.
Yeah,
That's
man.
why if I'm not on the show, I'm donating $50 at a time. I want to support it any way I can because
I appreciate that.
I've seen all the other Dolphin channels on YouTube, and they're not down talking them. And, it's just
everybody has their flavor.
One. It just so happens that this one doesn't have as many subscribers, which it should. This should be the top show in all of YouTube.
Yeah, but opinion. You know what? I kind of like about this though, that you have the subscribers that are dedicated, and that I engage with all these people. We didn't have any trolls. We had when we do actually have people in the chat, it's actually people that want to engage and not fucking troll with stupid comments.
Even the Buffalo fan with the 9 Denver by 9, it's just wishful thinking. He's got to break balls. What are you going to do? He's a Buffalo fan, but he was tasteful with it. That's always fun.
Yeah, man. But no, I've always Larry, like I said before, he's kind of like the catalyst that helped me move out. And I appreciate you, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I really do mean that.
Yeah.
My favorite Dutch Fins personality, because the thing I think him and El Capitan, me and El Capitan, and the other guys too, is that when he takes a jab at me, I don't fucking curse him out. Fuck you, you stupid mother. No, I just, you know what I'm saying? I jab. I'm like, hey, I jab. He breaks my balls, I break his balls back. But I never get offended, man. Thank you, Joseph. That means a lot. Thank you, man. But see, that's what I'd rather have a tight-knit audience and people that with engaged than a bunch of people that just want to troll and be disrespectful.
And so, well, no, you know what? Never mind.
Oh yeah, haters.
Nah, yeah, strike that from the record.
But no, but I appreciate everybody. We're gonna be here every Thursday, man.
No, hold on. Let me say something real quick. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Go for it.
I wasn't going to say anything, but I'm going to say something.
Go say something,
please. And there's not many people watching, but this is for Joe and Flim Flam and whoever else. Listen, we all know what happened with the guy, but we all don't know what happened with the guy in New England. God bless him. He passed away. He had an altercation. He passed away. And this is all alleged. Everything's alleged. But also alleged is that this guy was in an altercation earlier in the day with another fan. So this guy was a little bit out of control. Now, some people are going to say, well, he was drunk. He was drunk. Let me tell you something. You go to these games, because I have friends that do it, and I don't like going anywhere with them. So I'm speaking personal experience. If you go to these games or you go anywhere in public and you can't control yourself when you're drinking, you don't need to be drinking in public.
Yeah.
Don't do it. There's no excuse for that kind of behavior. Everybody's having a good time. I don't care if it's you and the person that you're having or whatever with. There's people surrounding you that have children. There's all kinds of, it's a family environment. It's supposed to be a fun place for everybody, man. You can have your, like we were just saying, you can have your back and forth and your good time, and that's cool. But keep it tasteful. Don't be a jerk, okay? Nobody likes a jerk. If you can't drink and have a good time, don't drink, or don't drink in public. It's not cool, man. You ruin it for everybody. Don't be an asshole. Sorry for the language.
No, you're good, man.
If you have a couple of drinks and then you fall back if you can't handle it. Because some of us are there to have a good time. We don't care you have on a different jersey, we're ball breaking, whatever, but it's all in good taste. I buy anytime I go to any game. I buy whoever the opposing. If they walk by where we're at, I'm buying drinks for them. I see them. We'll have a good time. We take pictures. It's all fun, man. It's a camaraderie. It's a sports fan thing. It's not just a your team thing. Don't be a Ray Finkel. Don't be a Ray Finkel where you're just some deranged fan laces out, die, Dan, die. Dan Marino should die of gonorrhea and rotten hell. Don't be that guy, okay, for either team. Go out there and have a good time. If you can't have a good time and drink, don't drink, you know? Or if you're just a jerk, stay home, man. Watch the game from your parents' basement or whatever you do.
Yeah.
Just please go out there and have a good time. If you don't know how to
Yeah.
drink and have a good time, don't drink, please.
Where did this
You know, I mean, there's no telling, to be honest. Everybody has a different point of view. Just the whole thing is that it was in a New England stadium, and it was a guy fighting a guy with a Miami Dolphins jersey on. However, TMZ reports, and, you know, TMZ don't come out with too much fake news. I haven't seen them with any, that the guy is on video having an altercation before this altercation. It's hard for me to feel bad for somebody like that. I'm no stranger to violence, you know. I'm not a perfect guy. So, you know, it's not saying he deserved anything. Nobody deserves that. But he had health issues. They don't know what the cause of death was. They don't know if it was a heart attack. They don't know if it was a punch. Nobody knows yet. It's still, you know, the jury's still out on what happened. But it's said that he was having other problems besides the one with this guy.
Yeah.
The moral of the story is you go out there to have a good time. We don't, in Miami, I'll tell you, and I can't speak for everybody, but where we tailgate, where the real DJ is, and everybody, Dolphin Winters is hanging. I seen him have pictures of her. I'm not going to put her name because I don't know if she wanted out here. We have a good time, and we take pictures with everybody. We don't have beef with other teams. That's corny. You know, it's all in fun. We're not the ones getting paid for the game. We go out there to have a good time. They want their team to win like we want our team to win. You know, it's all in good taste. Sometimes people are out of control. They need to be taught some manners. I'm on that. But, you know, it's really try to keep it cordial, man. You know, keep it classy. And don't run your mouth. Well, let me stop there.
Yeah, if you can't, don't write checks your ass can't cash.
Oh, come on, man. Just be cool. Don't be a jerk. You know what I mean? You ruin it for everybody. Kids around see that, and then next thing the kid wants to go to the game, and then they're worried because they saw somebody getting messed up in the parking lot. Who the hell wants to, you know, come on, man.
And life, you got to learn how to pick your battles, man. But anyway, like I said, man, we're gonna try to do this every Thursday, and even if it's pre-recorded, like, you know, we did it. We can't make it Thursday. Hey, let's do it. You just call me. We could do an hour Wednesday night, or as sometime we could do a pre-recorded one as well. So
I'll make it my business to make it where we could do it live, so we could interact.
Yeah,
with the
So Thursdays it's gonna be me, you, previews, and sometimes Larry will join in if he can.
That'd be great.
So with that being said, man, what are your final thoughts before I wrap this up?
So those were my final thoughts. Don't be an asshole. Don't be a jerk. You know, everybody have a good time, man. It's all fun, man. Nobody's more dedicated than me, and everybody feels that way, man. You know, just be cool, man. You can have your banner back and forth, but at the end of the day, you know, everybody wants their team to win just like you do. Having said that, Josh Allen sucks. And by the way, I think that's what it says in the a verse in the Bible says, "Don't be an asshole." But anyway, I mean, you know, it says it somewhere in there. You know what the Bible says about being a jerk. You know, it's against it.
Yeah, against it, Mr. Munson. All right, man. Fins up, baby.
Okay, good seeing you, Shakes. Thanks for everybody tuning in.
Hang out backstage real quick before we leave. Go.
Okay, cool.
Peace.
I know you heard me on the radio flexing.